Ghostly, haunting, chilling to the bone. Paranormal at Dusk was born from an insatiable curiosity to explore the unknown. Welcome to an eerily fun podcast episode with Paranormal Podcast at Dusk. Happy haunting. Welcome to Rebecca Lutes Grave. This little concrete spot by the road has drawn many adventure lovers and ghost hunters over time. Some visitors say they have strange car problems or even notice odd lights in the nearby forest. It even led to a horror movie being made a few years back. According to legend, Rebecca was a young witch from the 1800s. In the time of the Rebecca Lutes tale, the inhabitants of the region were either descendants of the original settlers or belonged to the Acadian and Micmac communities. These groups hailed from traditions where extraordinary occurrences, particularly during harsh winters plagued by illness and famine, were frequently interpreted as omens of misfortune. Soon enough, residents began to notice eerie lights flickering in the night sky along the road. Whispers of sinister rituals began to circulate. Some locals speculated that a witch was behind the troubles afflicting the town, especially concerning the livestock that mysteriously vanished, only to be discovered lifeless, believed to be sacrificed for her dark enchantments. The origins of the rumors surrounding witchcraft and the subsequent accusations against the local girl are mysterious. The truth is that the narrative regarding Rebecca and her possible witchhood is introduced only during the event of her execution. The legend says that she met her end hanging from a towering poplar tree, only to be taken down and interred at the foot of it. To prevent any chance of her escaping, Rebecca was buried face down, ensuring that any attempt to claw her way out would only plunge her deeper into the earth. Yet, the anxieties of some residents were not quelled. Just days later, a group of men returned to encase her grave in concrete, sealing her fate for eternity. Is Rebecca resting beneath the concrete by the roadside? The truth remains elusive. Although there are historical documents indicating that a 16-year-old Rebecca Lutes passed away on January 2nd, 1876, we can't be sure of what occurred during her final hours. Might she have been a witch? Or perhaps a falsely accused one? Or was she simply a girl who'd met an untimely death, living on through a rumor that's kept superstition alive for generations? What's up, everyone? Thank you so much for joining Paranormal at Dusk, where we talk all things ghostly, haunting, and chilling to the bone. Today, I have with me two very special guests, my cousins, Megan and Jacqueline.
Hi!
Say hi! Hello! Thank you so much for joining the podcast. How do you feel? This is the first episode you joined me on.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. We have a little fun. The things
Lots
to talk
of fun.
about today.
Yes, lots of stuff to talk about today.
Oh my gosh. So today we did something super fun. We went out into the woods.
Woohoo!
It got a little scary.
That's how every one of our stories begins. We went out into the woods at night.
Because we're smart. We're very smart.
Yeah.
And adventurous.
And ridiculous.
But at least we didn't see no psycho killers or anything.
I mean, it could have been worse. Although it almost was worse because as soon as we finished what we were doing, we heard coyotes.
What the heck?
We were like, okay, let's get out of here.
We're all
That's
fast
enough.
walking to the cars.
Just
No,
never moved so quick in my life. Just power walking.
little legs trying to keep up.
Megan's tiny little legs are just going at it. Oh my gosh. But yeah, it was really fun getting to do that with you guys tonight.
It was
Yeah.
so much fun.
And I'm glad you guys were able to come in for a little podcast episode.
I'm glad they were able to find it this time. Because we went there previously
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, to try and find it, and we couldn't. But then again, we went when it was dark last time, and we were three women alone, so we didn't really feel comfortable.
This time, Megan's boyfriend Robin came with us, so we had some muscles in
Yes.
case anything went wrong.
To protect us.
Yeah, he was like, if the bear comes, what did he say? If a bear comes, I'll say, yeah, I know, right? These girls. It's so funny. Yeah, so we went to Rebecca's grave. I was listening to the spirit box the entire time, so I don't know what was going on with you guys. So I'd love to hear what happened for you, because I haven't even watched the video back. So whatever I edit,
I can't wait to see
I
it.
haven't seen yet.
So me and Jacqueline were both asking questions to Rebecca. And throughout the whole entire time we were asking questions and everything, we kept hearing someone walking through the woods, whispers, growls.
Oh wait, actually, like outside.
Yeah,
you were
like
hearing?
beside us.
Like, it could have also been the wind too, because it was
Yeah.
windy.
Okay.
So I don't want to automatically say, oh, someone was walking, because
Yeah.
it could have just been the wind.
And there's like obviously animals in the woods.
Yes.
But ooh.
Yeah, like there was like.
We
full
also
footsteps.
had.
You weren't scared?
Oh no, I was pooping my pants scared, but hey, that's okay.
I couldn't hear anything.
Hey,
so.
one of us has to be the brave one in this situation,
That's
okay?
true. I don't know what's braver, not having a clue that there's this murder behind you, or like
It's
knowing
just
and
Jason
staying
standing
there.
behind us with a knife.
Well, throughout the investigation, when Shania was under the Estes method, me and Jacqueline had the equipment all around us. And in between Shania, me, and Jacqueline, so we were formed as a triangle, there was this one cat ball that kept going off.
Which logically, it's not us affecting that because we were on the ground on cement.
Yeah.
Like there's absolutely no way we could have made it go off.
Well, I was filming actually. I
Mm-hmm.
think I caught it on camera of it rolling by itself
Oh really?
when there was no
Yeah,
wind.
it kept
I'll
moving
have to take a look.
and like
I'm
Yeah.
not.
going
It
off.
could have been the wind, but I'm pretty sure it was moving on its own.
No, it couldn't have been the wind because I put it in grooves.
Oh.
Like the cement,
Yeah,
it's
like I
all
physically
like,
saw it roll a little bit.
oh.
Yeah, like someone was
Okay,
touching.
I'm excited to see
Yeah.
when I look back.
The one thing though that kind of got me interested was when during the investigation where we kept asking her where she was buried exactly.
Yeah.
There. That's the only spot where she said, look under, and the cat ball was going off in the exact
Underground
spot.
was said
Stop it.
so many times, and then she kept saying hole.
Yeah.
And then at one point, she told us to look through the bushes. And I asked her if there was something that she wanted us to find.
Yeah.
I can't remember what your answer was to
Yeah.
that after, but she did
Oh
say
my
something.
gosh.
So I had asked her, because I said if there's something like in the forest area, she said green.
No.
Do you remember that?
I remember saying green.
Yeah.
Oh well, so
Of all the times, I'm sorry. Of all the times,
For you to say the word I didn't say the word green. Sorry.
it's okay. I bleep out swear words.
So the one thing that in the investigation that I found really interesting was two parts actually. It was you said heart
Okay.
and then
hurt or heart?
heart,
Like, okay.
stab, and noose.
Yeah.
When I heard the word noose,
Oh.
it was like like the word was staggered, so it was like noose.
Yes.
Like that.
instant chicken skin, like
Oh yeah,
my
I
arm
felt
when you said that.
disgusting when I said it.
I hate that word. I don't know what it is, but anytime we do an
Yeah.
investigation and that word comes up, it's like
No, it is the fact that I'm listening to radio frequencies.
exactly. Yeah.
So why on the radio would it say noose?
Oh,
Yeah,
but the one
like-
thing that gave me the heebie-jeebies
Oh,
was
gosh.
when me and Jacqueline were asking her. So I asked her first, I'm like, were you hung and then dragged to the woods? And she didn't answer. Jacqueline asked her if she was buried alive, and it said buried.
yeah.
Okay. So it was like confirming that she was buried.
She was buried, but I don't
Could.
think it confirmed if she was buried alive.
Yeah.
But the fact
like it's
she answered
fully.
buried.
Oh my gosh.
But I also added like because you had said news, I asked her if she was buried alive, like bound together,
Oh.
like if they had tied her so she couldn't escape at all.
Okay.
And then at one point you said fell and broke my neck.
I don't
Did
remember
she?
saying that.
Yeah, you said fell, and then it said broke, and then it was neck.
There was a few things that you had said that I couldn't hear properly
Okay.
because the cars that were going by sometimes.
Yeah.
So then again, I have hearing issues.
It was
Yeah, but
it was
no.
an interesting
Oh, wow.
investigation though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when it's nighttime, I feel like your brain
Yeah.
likes to like just convince you that everything around
That
you.
is like there is like a psychological aspect
Yeah.
to it that you're like already on the edge.
I would.
Well, my scariest moment.
I heard you scream. It was on the loudest setting, fully like in my ears. So I was just hearing. All of a sudden I hear.
I ripped my phone to look at her because I was like, "What the heck? Why are
Well,
you screaming?"
I'm standing there, and we're talking, and it kept feeling like someone was behind me, and they were touching me and breathing on me, and I'm like, it's just the wind, it's just the wind. Well, then the pressure that was behind me moved to my right side, and I could feel someone was breathing on the side of my face. So I turn, and I didn't point the camera with me. I just turned my head, and right beside me was this young girl.
Oh, you saw an apparition.
I saw like an actual person standing beside me. That's why I screamed.
Can I just say?
I have goosebumps.
Can I just say, it is the first time I've heard you ever scream like that during an investigation.
Oh, I was crying. I was crying. I was so scared.
We've seen so much on some investigations.
No, I thought I was thinking, oh shit, there's like a fucking wolf behind me. We gotta get out of here.
No,
oh my God.
I looked beside me because I'm like, I'm just gonna look real quick, and I looked over,
and it was quick.
It was quick, but I could see make her face, everything. Like this girl was standing beside me. You know?
Also, we were saying it kind of sounded like when we were asking you questions, so she was answering. It sounded like there was someone else with her, or she was talking in plural of multiple people.
That's where I'm gonna tell you now my experience.
Yeah.
So 2 times I had picked up the EMF reader. I sensed something was, I think, in your direction. I just remember going like this and saying like something like, I just feel like there's something there. And then I felt something behind me.
So I'm gonna cut it in real quick.
Okay.
When you pointed that EMF detector towards me, that's when I felt like something was taking their hands and dragging down the back of my legs, trying to pull me to the ground.
Like, so you were feeling like a tugging motion on your legs.
So it felt like someone was taking their hands, like grabbing the back of my calves like this, and like pulling it down, and my legs were going weak. It felt like somebody was trying to pull me down. And when that was happening, it was like, what did it say again? It said,
I can't remember, honestly.
Stay, take, underground.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, like it was trying to like take me with it.
Yeah.
With the EMF readers, I pointed it to you, I think, and it was like gross, and I felt like
both of us, actually.
You too?
At different times. Yeah.
Okay. I felt something this way, and then I felt something up here, is what I was trying to get at anyways. So the whole time, it was mostly a woman's voice, and oftentimes it sounded the same. And then I was hearing a man's voice, and not that it was like, I was trying to piece things together in my mind when I was getting messages.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was trying to piece things in my mind.
Oh.
Because I couldn't hear you guys. I don't know what you guys were saying. So when I was getting things, I was picturing, for some reason, with like the words I was getting, was that it was like a preachery type man.
Yeah.
Like a legit man who passed on, who was maybe like super into Jesus.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got. And he was like telling us to like leave, and she's not here. That's what I was getting. Yeah. And then I would feel like she was like, no, I'm here. I'm listening.
Yeah, it's funny because at some point a little bit after that, I can't remember if she said sacrifice or offering.
Yeah, it was sacrifice or offering, and then it said paradise.
Yeah. Oh.
And we started asking.
That makes you wonder.
And then I had asked if it was maybe a church thing, and then Megan asked if it was like a cult thing, and she said yes to the last portion said.
Doesn't that make you wonder?
Well, you start talking about how you heard the voice say, like, praise God, and then it said devil.
Yeah, I heard things like devil, Lord, something.
Yeah.
It was like preachery. So I got the vibe that it was like, in my mind, like what I was picturing was there's this one guy who was like a leader of the, I don't know the word in English, like the paroisse, like the village.
Yeah.
And it was like, he was saying like, this girl, Rebecca, is evil. We have to shun her from the village. And he was like making the rules or whatever.
Yeah. And
that's the vibe.
And you said injustice a couple times. Like there was injustice. Like
served.
Like served injustice and like.
See, there's a lot of them I don't remember. There's a lot I repeated that was like, look around, under. I remember those a lot.
Well, we had started asking if it was like the male that was with us. Because we both felt, I felt a male presence.
Okay.
Actually, speaking of that, you had said you felt something touching your shoulders. And like,
I forgot. Yeah, I did here.
And I'm like, could have been my eyes playing tricks on me. But like, I saw like a full shadow touching your shoulder when you said that. And it was a man.
Like where? Like behind me?
Yeah.
Most of the time, I kept feeling like there was like a male presence.
You kept fidgeting like you were kind of like uncomfortable.
I was, yeah. It felt like underneath my jacket. I was
Yeah.
wearing like a fake
Oh.
leather jacket. It felt like not like harsh, but like a light finger press
Which is
Ew.
that
kinda
went like
creepy.
this, like a movement on my skin.
Yeah,
So that was weird.
but
Oh, there was one part I felt like a breath on my ear under the headphone.
that's
That's true.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh
no.
man.
I know when we were on the way back to the cars, I kept hearing like whispers in both of my ears.
Really?
As we were
I had
leaving.
ringing in my ears, like an imbalance.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, yeah, it was definitely interesting. I'm excited to look back at the footage and see if we caught anything.
Yes.
I can't wait to see it.
It's gonna
I
be
will
pretty
say,
cool.
I'm a little bit disappointed because nothing did touch the REM pod today.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it was Rebecca we were talking to fully the whole time.
Okay.
I hope so, at least. Because if not, that's kind of...
Well, because at one point, it was like she went quiet, that whatever was there with Rebecca was saying she's not here no more. And then next thing I know, all of a sudden you're like, I'm safe up in the mountains. And we're
Yeah.
like,
In the mountains.
Mountains.
what? Something that you said twice that got me thinking was you said trapped twice.
Yeah.
Oh really?
And then it was like not on this like that it was like an interference with their plane. Like something was interfering with their plane, and then you said like moon because
Yeah.
like
You
energy
had
and
said
moon.
and then you said... I think she had said something about not being strong enough
Oh.
because the moon.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But then again, as we know, a lot of spirits do use moon energy.
Yeah, like there's
There's something...
there could be something there connecting everything.
There's something paranormal on the moon. Something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think there's something paranormal at that gravesite.
Yes.
I do too. I didn't feel uncomfortable.
No.
And I didn't feel unsafe, but like it definitely felt like there was someone watching us.
It felt far away.
Yeah.
Well,
like-
I kept saying deep into the woods. So
Oh.
So at one point you kept saying from the spirit box, look around, look around.
Yeah.
And the second time I looked around, that's when I got that feeling that something was by me because I could hear something off in the distance by me that was moving.
I was
And it was getting closer and closer until I felt that presence behind me.
And then before we went and tapped you because we heard something walking towards us and we heard the growling walking towards us. But
Yeah,
then
like-
again,
Because I looked over.
And meanwhile, I'm literally sitting on the ground
Yes.
with the woods at
and we start hearing coyotes.
Well, you're like, I hear heavy, like, footsteps. Well,
Yeah.
that's when
It felt-
we heard all that stuff coming.
You heard it like in the outside
yeah,
world?
we
Yeah.
heard it, like, in the woods, and they were coming through.
She looks at you. She starts going, Shania, like you could hear her. And I'm like, you're trying to get her killed. We need to go over and tap her.
You're yelling to me.
Yes.
She was like,
And I'm there.
Shania. And I was like, she can't hear us. We have to go over
Well,
and tap
at one
her.
point, I'm like,
If the coyotes would have come out and you just said peace out.
yes, I would have been bolting down the road.
Nah, I would have been like dragging your half-eaten corpse up the road.
Well,
That's
no,
where the rope comes in.
after you said the heavy footsteps and we heard that, I was like, Jacqueline, you gotta point your flashlight
I
over
was pointing it all around.
over
What'd
to
she
the
say?
woods because
Okay.
in the corner of my eye, I seen what looked like this white silhouette
Okay.
walking through the trees. Like, and they're green trees, so something like a dirty
Yeah,
white
yeah.
would stand out. And I'm like, what is that? And then all of a sudden, when Jacqueline shot on the camera, that's when I heard the kind of thing like beside me. But it was in the trees.
See, when I looked like the second time, I don't know if it was my like imagination, but I saw
Yeah.
like a full face and leaves.
See, when we were putting our stuff
Yeah.
away, I had like gotten up quick and I thought I saw some, but I didn't see white. I saw like a shadow go like,
It could have been the man that was behind you. And he could have been like moving because you moved.
true.
It's
Like now that you say that you thought you saw something behind me, it kind of like confirms. Like I really felt like
Gee,
not nothing evil, but
I
like
almost like because you had said sin at one point, and then you started saying like all the amen stuff and whatnot,
yeah.
and maybe it was the preacher behind you, and maybe he was like kind of trying to do what's the
like a blessing or something, like
Not like a blessing, but like when you go and like you
Like
talk.
confess, like
Yeah.
you're trying to confess.
So I wonder if like
confess
maybe
a
he
sin.
had your hand, like his hand on you, because he thought you were like
a sinner.
yeah.
Do you know what I
That's a
picked up
possibility.
from this? Kind of was whatever we were talking to did not like Robin over where he was. They were like, they didn't. At one point, you said that you didn't like his presence there. Like it was like man presence and like.
I remember that, but for me, that's not how I felt. I don't know what you guys were saying though, but I felt like it was Rebecca telling me she didn't like the man that's present.
Maybe.
I felt like he was trying to get us to stop talking to her, like he didn't want us to contact her.
I felt like he was there for her death, basically.
Yeah.
That's the vibe. He was there, he kind of let it, and he doesn't want the story to come out that she was innocent.
Well,
that's the feeling I got.
You said it was complicated at one point when we asked about her story. It was like complicated. Like there was just too much to unpack for one story.
It also told us to leave a few times.
Or get out, like leave and get out.
Yeah. There was a few times some of the words really gave me chills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
There was hell.
yeah.
Like, why would that be on the radio? It
That's
kept
so
flickering.
weird.
All you hear is hell. I was like, what?
Well, when you said noose in your face,
Oh, that one.
I was like-
worse.
I got instant tingles everywhere.
Just because we know the history of that,
Yeah.
like,
But not only that, but just that word associates with so much darkness behind it. Like it's just
well, and you said a girl's name, Mary Jose or something, or
oh, Marie Eve.
Mary
Yeah.
whatever.
And I had asked her if maybe it was like a friend or maybe someone that was buried with her.
That could be. I mean, we are in a French-English area there.
When we asked her how many people were buried there, she was like, you were like, it's too crowded. There's many of us.
I felt like maybe there was other women buried with her, accused of things they didn't do.
It could very well be.
Because at one point she had stepped away and we were still trying to talk to her. And I had asked, are you still here, Rebecca? And someone had said, she's still here. So.
Like, during that time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like.
So I was, like, not me, but it was really answering you. Like,
Yeah.
it all was connecting.
It was connecting.
Oh, that's amazing.
I feel like if maybe we had a little bit more time and we had gone a little bit earlier, we probably could have had like a longer investigation.
Yeah.
And maybe had been able to make her feel more comfortable with us. But
It's true. Like, you know, it was a very quick spur of the moment decision since we were in the area to go take a look. But really, that just means maybe we should go back.
Yeah.
We should make a
but
return.
we know where it is now.
Yeah.
And we want to make a point to say that whenever we go and do these things, we're always super respectful.
Yeah.
Like,
we only go there with, like, good intentions. We just want to talk about history and
speaking of
stories.
good intentions, Megan's boyfriend actually placed flowers on Rebecca's grave for her.
He did.
I was filming, so
Yeah.
I have it.
I will say we should apologize for the abrupt ending.
We were hearing coyotes, so we had to just get out of there
we
real
just
quick.
said goodbye very quickly.
The one thing that made me laugh during the investigation was right after I seen the girl beside me. I was so scared. I had tears in my eyes. And it was when Shania started to SS method back up that it was like asking, it was like crying, kind of like asking. And then I'm like, are you asking me if I cried? And it's like, yeah, you. Like you.
Oh, wait, actually?
Yeah, it was like, I'm like, yeah, I seen you. And you're like, seen? Saw. And then they're like, cry? And I was like, yeah, I cried. And it's like,
I kind of made like a little connection. I don't know if I'm going to be off about this. But you had said little clothing at one point. And then a little bit later you had said too cold. I'm almost wondering if like she was stripped.
Like you kept saying cold, too cold, too cold.
Oh, I remember
dark,
saying it once.
Scared.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You had said lonely at one point too, I think.
Yeah.
That one was sing-songy. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was like a lonely. Like
And then
that.
it was like,
weird.
stay, please stay, kind of thing.
It had at one point, like right before we had left, it said, you'll stay. I was like, I know people, I'm booking out of here.
Like,
I'm gone. Bye-bye.
I'll put like Roadrunner effect.
Yes.
I'd rather not be a monster chow.
It kept telling us to look underneath us. Like, it was like, look below you, look underneath you.
I remember look and under was super repetitive.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because she says that she felt like she was like being dragged down. It said hole at one point.
Yeah.
And then
it said like hole and then like buried and.
That's so weird how it like connects in that.
I was just kind of thinking, this is not funny.
You're smiling and laughing. This is not funny.
I was kind of thinking like thread that because I was like, it was like trying to pull her down. I was like, it was wanted us to look in the shrubbery. I was just thinking of like a hole in the shrubbery and her being pulled down. That's not
you
funny.
Screaming, Shania. And I'm not hearing shit.
Like it's not funny, but I just like pictured her like face planting and being like dragged into a hole. I'm sorry.
The thing touching the back of my calves, it was going like this. Like it was like
a pulling sensation.
But like it was tickling, trying to bring me down, like trying to like.
It could have been Rebecca.
See, that's what I don't know. It just felt like something was trying to bring me down to the ground. And once I moved, it was like right in the back corner. And once I moved farther up a bit, it wasn't doing it no more.
Okay.
It was just where I was standing. It felt like something was trying to like go like this, like bring me down.
It was like almost something was trying to bring me to your knees, like a confession.
I mean, honestly, if we were correct and on the right path, that there was like some, not necessarily a preacher, but that kind of token character or whatever.
Yeah.
There, it's not too wild to suggest that he would consider us witches in some sense or whatever.
Yeah.
Well,
if he still has the mindset.
We have strange technology too, where
we're literally trying to commune with the dead.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like,
which is something witches used to do a lot.
Yeah. There's like not even any question. So what if all of those times I was hearing like amen or like sin and stuff like that, he was trying to like shoo us away.
Yeah. Wouldn't like being a witch back in that day and age be the equivalent to like being kind of possessed by something evil?
There's that too.
Well, that's why I whispered to Jacqueline, because you'll hear it in the video. I'm like, Jacqueline, what if she was possessed?
Oh.
Kind of thing, because.
Oh, you think like Rebecca might have really been a witch?
Like not like a witch. I wonder if like
possessed or whatever.
Like possessed, and whatever was there was causing her to do things, because she was like, I'm good, innocent, like it wasn't her. Yeah. Kind of thing. Okay. Like it wasn't her fault.
So basically, from what I gather is, if there really was anything magical or paranormal about the real history, it wasn't her fault.
No.
Or there's the other version where there was literally nothing paranormal or magical and they still were trying to
I mean, back in that day and age,
that happened all the time.
Because
a
woman giving their opinion was cause for death. So
well, I asked her, I'm like, was there sickness? Was there anything that could be different from the stories we heard? And it was like, no.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
And there's a lot of different versions of the stories too.
There are, but nobody knows the truth, right? Nobody knows the magic part.
We asked if she was murdered a couple times, and every time she would evade the question, like would like go around it, like didn't want to answer it. It was like it was too hard for her to answer, so I don't know if it was too emotional for her or if it was just like
maybe murdered wasn't the right word.
Maybe.
But then again, with a lot of ghosts, sometimes they can't remember their memories. So maybe it's just something she can't remember and she doesn't know how to speak on because it has been so long.
Well, and a part, sometimes we would ask questions and she wouldn't answer right away and we had to reword it a different way and then she'd understand it. So I didn't know if maybe she didn't understand like the English word for it.
Okay.
Because when I was like, yes, I seen you, and you're like, seen, and it was like, saw. Like,
Oh, it was like correcting your grammar.
It was correcting my grammar.
She's a grammar queen.
Wow.
Love it.
That's all pretty interesting.
Yeah. I'm interested to see if, like, maybe on camera we caught anything, or like just to kind of like debunk and figure out everything.
Well, the one thing I was most excited about was that cat ball.
Yeah. Like for that to be going off
so many times.
That's really weird.
And in the exact same spot. It went, none of the other ones would go off. It was just that one.
And I was even offering for them to go touch the other equipment, especially the REM pod. I was trying to get them to touch the REM pod.
I wonder, what if the hole was where that was?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like,
we had asked that, and I think it had went off at one point.
Yeah, I'm like, are you buried there? And it went off.
oh my gosh.
So,
and it was like, it almost sounded like she wanted us to set her free. And I was like,
like,
Oh.
it was like screaming, like, you were like, I'm screaming kind of thing you said.
Oh.
And like, here, can't you hear me screaming? And we're like, what?
I wonder if we could have caught something on video that we didn't hear with like you didn't hear with your ears.
But, no.
That's interesting.
I hate it when it said, look behind you, because behind us is all just like fence and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was looking, and I was half expecting there to be a figure or something behind us. I was like, yeah. But I wonder if it was a forewarning for the coyotes.
Oh, it could be. It could have been helping us.
Yeah.
All this to say, I think we should definitely go visit her grave again and maybe spend more time with her.
I agree. Earlier in the day, like, and maybe go till supper time or something. Like, just kind of.
Or at night where we can get eaten by coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could park closer this time. Safer.
That would be a great idea.
Yeah. So don't get eaten. Because, like, you know, as fun as that would be, I'd rather much stay alive to film these videos.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching Paranormal at Dusk on YouTube. And if you're listening on Spotify to Paranormal Podcast at Dusk, thank you so much for listening. We loved having a chat with you. We thank you so much.
Happy haunting!
If you haven't already seen it, the actual investigation video is live on YouTube. Head on over to Paranormal at Dusk and watch it now. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. All the support is very much appreciated. Our goal is to continue putting out spooky videos, and we sincerely hope that you enjoy them. As always, thank you so much for listening or watching. Happy haunting. Find weekly episodes all spooky season long.